Time for your ABC 36 Storm Team forecast.
Mid to high level cloud cover winning out on this Friday, but at least it was dry because that's not going to be the case, it appears, heading into the weekend. It's going to be damp overall. The rain returning, I think, later on Saturday, meaning after sunset. So that's a bit of good news. It's going to continue into Sunday and kind of a 1-2 punch here as another storm system follows suit very quickly as we kick off the week. Now, we are looking at above average temperatures in the short term, but looking down the road, extended forecast, the cold air may return. A lot of cloudiness. I think it may thin a bit this evening and overnight, but nothing in the way of rainfall. Really, the big story today, temperatures, and those depending on location due to a little weak boundary south of the I-64 corridor. Checking out downtown Mount Sterling in Montgomery County, it's 36. It's chilly, and you can thank an east to northeast wind for that. The air off to our northeast, eastern part of the Ohio Valley is pretty cold. Meanwhile, looking at Jackson County near McKee, we're at 43, so there is definitely a distinct difference on either side of this boundary. It's been that way all day long. We're in the low and mid 30s, Lexington northward. Meanwhile, look at the Kentucky 80 and Howell Rogers Parkway corridor, mid to upper 40s, even still around 50 there in Monticello. And I mentioned the air being really cold. We had a clipper that rolled across the I-70 corridor this time yesterday, dropped a little snow down, and with the wind coming that direction, blowing across that has set us up for rather chilly air along the north of 64. Next storm system cranking up out in the Central Plains. As we head through this evening and overnight again, clouds may thin a bit, so we start out around freezing, and our futurecast keeping things dry during the daylight hours. Yeah, clouds sticking up, but temperatures at least are going to be better in the 50s across the board. But notice by the evening, overnight, and through Sunday, it's going to be wet and a fairly good soaking rain on the table. So if you have anything to do outdoors, obviously some Christmas shopping, tomorrow during the daylight hours, that's your day, because that will be a late chance, and those chances not going away. I mentioned that 1-2 punch. What's left of the system on Sunday, a little bit of a boundary left over that keeps us wet, and then the next one right on its heels is actually a bit stronger. Southwest flow, we're all the way up to 60. Wouldn't be surprised to hear a rumble of thunder or two as far as rainfall totals this first round. Tomorrow night through Sunday into early Monday, maybe half, 3/4 of an inch, but look at what we throw on top of that. So by the time we're done with things, at least a bit of a break on Tuesday, we could see a widespread 1 to 3 inch rainfall. Notice temperatures at or above average, even for some early morning lows before we do cool it down a little bit. Now looking ahead, this is Tuesday afternoon, mainly dry, but then a third wave comes through on Wednesday. And behind that, some colder air wraps in, so Thursday morning, maybe a little bit of a rain-snow mix, a few snow showers in the mountains, and then we'll watch the potential of clipper systems, some of the data indicating could slide down into the region about a week out. Tonight, we'll call it fair skies. It's going to be cold, 31 for the overnight low, 53 tomorrow, so better temperature-wise, clouds increase, rain arrives late, meaning probably into the evening hours, so that's at least a bit of good news. Wet finish to the weekend, and we got more of the same. Really no appreciable break between systems here as that one follows suit, really picking up the pace. Just some lighter showers earlier, but the heaviest rain coming Monday night into Tuesday, and you see toward the end of the 7-day here, it gets cold again. This time next week, highs back into the mid-30s.